Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm back to colour with you, and I'm using this really sweet WPlus9 set called Party Animal, and I'm going to be doing some Inktense colouring today. So I'm using a waterproof ink called Jet Black. It's a Ranger archival ink, and I'm stamping this onto the smooth side of some watercolour cardstock, which is cut the same size as my card front. And I'm just going to hold the image down a little bit longer than normal because it just allows the ink a little bit more time to sink in. So now I'm going to start adding my colour with my pencils, and I'm just colouring direct onto the cardstock at the moment. And these pencils are very intense in their colour, and it's easier to add less than you think you need, and then you can always let it dry after you've activated it with the water, and you can always add more colour after. But once this colour is dry, it won't reactivate. But that is good for some techniques because that means that you can actually add other mediums and inks and markers over top, and you know that it's not going to affect the base colour. So I'm just mapping out my shadows at the moment, and then just using a wet brush. And then the other technique that I'll be using in this video is direct to the tip of the pencil. So I'll have a wet brush and I touch the tip of the pencil and put colour on my image with that sort of technique, and that actually adds a lot more intense colour. So I'm going to list all the pencils, names of the pencils that I use over at my blog, and the link will be in the YouTube description below, and I'll be back after the colouring's finished. So now that I've added my balloon string with a Copic multiliner, I decided that this was looking a little bit plain, so I've taken some sun yellow and I'm adding a little glow behind the giraffe, which I think helped make him pop just that little bit more. And my sentiment is from the same set, and I'm using some Onyx Black ink, which is my go-to ink for my sentiments. I always have great success with this. And finally, I'm going to attach this to my card front, which I'm using some Stamp Runner tape. It's a nice strong adhesive, and I always put a bit extra when I'm using watercolour cardstock to make sure that it holds well. And that's my card for today. So thanks for joining me. I'll be back again real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.